Listen, man, it's a sad day out here for like the working class individuals, bro. It's rough. I've been seeing a lot of news about these robots that are coming into the public pretty soon. Pause. But the one aspect that we're not talking about is the jobs that the robots are going to be taking. Again, people are hardly ever really enjoying human interaction when it comes to a daily basis. I'm seeing more and more stores have more places where you can just scan your thing and then do it yourself. But imagine having every single store clerk just being a robot. And again, this is a possibility that is coming in. A lot of store clerks, a lot of people that's working at fast food might get their job replaced by robots that is capable of just making things and not complaining and just making things very automated and quick. And that is a very terrifying thing. And another thing is that we're not necessarily thinking of is warehouses. Anybody who has worked a warehouse job like how I have, you understand that they are very demanding on your body. It is hard work, and a lot of the times you are getting paid slightly more than minimum wage. But the only benefit is you get a lot of hours. And again, the hours is making the paychecks and the work and the things that you have to do worth it because you get a good chunk. But if robots are being more accessible and robots are able to lift heavier weights, pick up heavier things and all that, a lot of those jobs are going to be obsolete. And rather than trying to give people who are doing those type of jobs a different position or whatever, it's just going to be people who are trained and understand how to work robots and fix it and all that. They're going to be the people, the engineers, the computer scientists. All those people are going to have way more surplus of jobs. But us working people who are not necessarily into the realms of the technicals or the whatever, all those jobs, those blue collar jobs are going to be taken from us. And again, this should be a big worry for a lot of people. And if you don't believe me, check this out.
Labor-intensive and hazardous tasks, the Optimus robot is a glimpse into the future of factories. With its advanced design, real-time sensors, and artificial intelligence, it is already proving to be a versatile asset that could transform production lines worldwide. In assembly line settings, Optimus can take on tasks requiring precision and consistency. Imagine it attaching bolts, assembling small components, or even wiring delicate parts. Its dexterous hands and advanced software allow it to handle intricate operations that demand a steady hand. Beyond this, its ability to execute repetitive tasks without fatigue ensures a consistent level of quality.
You see, this reminds me of a time where a lot of people used to do jobs like the coal mining, the what's the names, which I know those jobs are still technically out there, but you know it was way more common for a person to go out to the coal fields and risk their lives and do whatever. And I understand that a lot of those situations were super inhumane, and it was a very lack of safety when it comes to those type of things. But again, a whole underbelly of careers and factories and all those type of things took a major hit because people weren't able to work there anymore. And with the increase of technology, there was a major lack in the United States and California as a whole to make production lines and stuff like that, because again, it would cost more money to have people have a sustainable and livable wage and have them working like that than there is to just get somebody else to do the manual labor. Now again, these warehouses and things like that where you're stacking, making pallets and all that, again, I'm a person with a lot of experience when it comes to warehouses because I've worked in multiple ones. And a lot of the pluses for those type of jobs is just having the hours, having whatever it is just to help out and all that. And if you have a lot of those people too are people who are not necessarily able to get regular jobs. Rather, they're people who just now got out of prison. There's a lot of people who are, just not very efficient in a lot of other ways or whatever it is. A lot of people use warehouses and things like that to make a living. So I am very, very terrified when I'm seeing this type of stuff. And if the robot is actually able to do a better job than humans, then what was the point of us working? But let's just continue.
Something that is often challenging for human workers to maintain during long shifts.
Mm-hmm.
Material handling is another area where Optimus excels. Whether it is transporting raw materials, loading items onto machinery, or moving finished products to storage areas, the robot's efficiency is unmatched. By integrating barcode or radio frequency identification (RFID) scanning, Optimus can assist with real-time inventory management, ensuring that factories operate smoothly without delays caused by misplaced or untracked items. Safety is a key advantage that Optimus brings to factories. By performing tasks in hazardous environments, such as areas with toxic substances or extreme temperatures.
Yes, I think this is a very good point to where a lot of robots and stuff like this will actually be very beneficial to, make sure that people aren't passing away because of unsafe environments. Of course, I completely understand that, and a lot of these jobs do feel like, I can't think of a better word other than fucking modern day slavery. It's horrible. You go in, you never see the sun for 10, 12-hour shifts, and then you come back out, and then you're missing time with family and all that. I completely understand that. But the benefit of these jobs is just that there's such a low ceiling for, what's the name? A lot of people aren't necessarily going to be able to financially save up and or put in a lot of money to not work a job like this, to not, what's the name? There's a lot of people who depend on warehouses and the financial stability that they do bring, because again, a lot of the times those jobs are pretty sustainable. But with the integration of robots or whatever it is not only going to make human pay for these type of jobs way less desirable and way less money, but it's just I don't know how long this is going to be sustainable for the regular person.
It minimizes risks to human workers. Additionally, the robot can handle heavy or awkwardly shaped items, reducing workplace injuries caused by lifting or moving such objects.
That's very true.
Optimus is not limited to routine tasks. Its learning capabilities allow it to adapt to changing production needs. If a factory layout is reconfigured or a new product is introduced, the robot can be updated to take on its new responsibilities.
That's crazy,
this adaptability
man.
sets it apart from traditional robots that are limited to a fixed range of operations.
This is from Mercedes that just now started a humanoid robot factory. This is the first one in history. This was multiple months ago, by the way. But this is like their fucking Avenger level ass trailer, I guess.
A super intelligent machine interacting with surroundings and helping workers with their tasks. Built to navigate in human environments, it supports the team. Some jobs demand strength, precision, and endurance. Apollo steps in where it's needed most, lifting, assembling, and handling the repetitive work. Apollo is designed to augment and support people. It enhances human capabilities, taking on the heavy work so teams can focus on what really matters.
I truly just want to know, how long do we have until these jobs are going to be obsolete? That is fucking crazy, I ain't gonna lie. Like I said before, a lot of these jobs are going to be obsolete, and a lot of the jobs now are going to be learning how to do maintenance on these robots, or controlling it via headset or whatever it is, the augmentations or whatever you want to call it. But again, I am always thinking about the regular working man, not the millionaires that's going to be able to afford to take the hit, or the people that are going to be saving thousands of dollars because they have to employ 5 drive technicians or engineers to do maintenance on the robots, and they don't necessarily need to get their hands dirty. I completely understand why they will want to have these robots just doing pretty much all, if not a lot of the tedious work. I completely understand. But what does this look like for the regular Joe who's just trying to get an apartment and has a family and is working these type of jobs? I fear the worst, and I am hoping that America, even though I have no faith in this administration, Lord Jesus, I know we're cooked. But I am hoping that other jobs and other opportunities are opening up for regular people like you and me, because this is fucking terrifying. Anyway, that's it. I guess I'm getting a little political now, so like I'm gonna go ahead and head out. Peace.